All right, here we go with trends on Thursdays. First up, Business Insider just released a list of 100 top brands for Generation Z, and while the top 5 are YouTube, Doritos, Oreos, Netflix, and Hershey's, the whole list proves that it's about understanding the consumer. In a mix of social media followed by smart influencer marketing and just understanding how their products are being consumed, these are 100 brands that can teach you a bunch of lessons. I'll drop a link below, and in a side note, given the number of food brands from Ben & Jerry's to Taco Bell and Hot Pockets, I see a market for fitness trainers for young adults right around the corner. Of course, I can't really talk because I used to eat like that too when I was a teenager. Now I spend half an hour on a treadmill, and I still don't understand why that doesn't at least burn off half a Snickers. Anyways, next up, I talked about this a few weeks ago, and CNBC just picked it up. Amazon is considering opening 3,000 Amazon Go cashierless stores by 2021. Currently 3 open in Seattle and 1 just opened this week in Chicago. You can scan your purchases on your app and then just walk out. While these are not cheap to open, according to Bloomberg, over $1 million in hardware goes into each and every one of these. They bank on more convenience for the consumer and, of course, less headaches with employees. Main offering right now, more that of a convenience store, but I expect that to be more of a grocery store in the future. These will probably pop up in locations that were abandoned by other companies that didn't quite fare so well in the retail market of 2018. Big box real estate is out there at plenty. Threatened by this development, probably all the other major retailers, except for Walmart, where you can't ever find a cashier anyways. What does that mean for the job market? I'm really not sure, but I would assume that a cashierless store technician makes more than a cashier, so that's good. Next up, speaking of retailers and Generation Z, the old DoubleTree Hotel in Times Square is coming down and making room for a 46-story retail center complete with LED screens and a stage. Yes, a stage. Watching this $2.5 billion project come together should be a prime example for what will be experiential shopping. It's not just about what you're buying, it's the whole experience while you're doing it, including aftercare and double lattes. If you're in the high-ticket item market, from cars and trucks to high-end merchandise, and you haven't considered how Generation Z shops, it's time for you to get on the ball. Now, one more, cybersecurity. One of my clients called me last week to thank me for making him take a cybersecurity class. This is the president of a company with a few dozen employees, and after a complaint session about the cost of IT, I said, why don't you take a class and get informed personally? You know, he told me that if something crashes, we can always get it restored. And I said, that's like sending off sausage and asking them to put a pig back together. It's probably won't ever be the same. Anyways, he called me to tell me that he has now much better understanding of what his computer guy is telling him and why it matters. And small businesses are under attack on a regular basis, and nobody expects you to be a cybersecurity expert, but you at least want to know what you don't know and make an informed decision. One of the reasons I bring this up is because my friend Justin with the Louisiana Small Business Development Centers pointed out a cybersecurity seminar the other day that they're doing all over the state of Louisiana, and this one is $30. Probably the best value I've seen in a long time, and I encourage you to check it out if you're in the area. More info via lsbdc.org or hit up my friend Justin Downs on LinkedIn. That's it for this week. As always, I'd love to get your feedback in the comment or via direct message. Until next week, I'm Tobias Wilhelm.